David here. Has a couple questions on how do I write the index match function. It's just kicking my tail. I don't understand it. Here we are in chapter 7. Let's take a look. So let's see if we can figure out what we're trying to do. Now, all an index function does is it gives you a position based on coordinates. Those coordinates is going to be a row coordinate and a column coordinate. And when those coordinates cross, we're going to come up with an answer. So what we want to do here is we want to look for an employee ID number. And let me move this up a little bit. Let me go 9355. That's an employee number. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look down the employee column to find what row number they're located in. So 9355, is that in this row? No. Is it in this row? Yeah. So it's going to give me a 2. So when it matches, here's the hint, matches this, it gives me the position. So that's a match. Now the index function uses that position to then coordinates with the column. So the column here we said is title. What column is the word title found in? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's in the 4th column over. So here it is, 4th column. Where those two intersect, where the 2 and 4 intersect. So here's the 2, here's the 4, where they intersect right there. That's the answer I'm looking for. That's it. So I have the coordinates. I have a 2 and a 4. And to show you how that works, I'm going to go ahead and title this. Don't do this in yours, but I'm going to do it here. So I'm going to say, what row number do I want to have? And I want to match the row number, so I'm going to use a match function. So here's my match function. What value do I want to look up? Well, I want to look up this number right here, comma. What is the lookup array? Where is that number found? I don't need the whole table. I only need the column where that information is found. Right here, comma. The last one says, do I want it less than this number? Do I want it exactly that number, or do I want it greater than this number? Well, I want it exactly. So I want to make sure that's a 0. Go ahead and close my parenthesis. If I've done everything right, it should give me a 2. And it does. Yay for me. Let's look at if I add 2253, and it should be in the 1, 2, 3, 4th position. So I go 2253, 4th position. So my match works. It matches whatever the employee ID number is. Looks down here, and what position is it in, and it returns the position. Now I can do the same thing for a column. So I'm going to say, let's give it a column, tab. Now I'm going to make another match, and I want to match the word title to whatever column title is found in. So again, I'm going to use a match. Match, what do I want to look up? I want to look up title, comma, where am I going to find it? Not the whole table, not the same row and columns I had before. It's just right here. Where is the word located? So I'm going to go across this row until I find the right word, comma, and then I'm going to use an exact match, 0. And then I'm going to close my parenthesis and say OK. And it says it's in the 4th. So if I do everything right, I'm going to look for the 4th row, 4th column. So I'm going to go across 1, 2, 3, 4, and where these two intersect, I should have manager. So what I want to display here is manager. So let's go ahead and write an index. So I'm going to go equals index. Now I'm going to open up my function argument dialog box. That will give me 2 options. It'll say, do I want to use the row, so array, row number, column number, and that's what I want to use. So I'm going to use that first option. What's my array? Well, my array is going to be my table. So I'm going to go shift control down arrow over, and whoops, and it only wants to go there. And I'm not going to include the headers in this one. Let's just see what happens. A7 through I26. So there's my table. There's my contents. Now, what row number do I want? Well, I want this one. I'm going to reference this one. 4. What column do I want? Well, I'm going to reference this one. That says 4. And look, manager. That's exactly what I said it was going to be. So I have manager in the box. Now, if I change to the first employee, 1124, well, that's not a good one because it's still manager. Let's go the next one down. 9355. So if I come down here, 1, 2, it should be in the 2nd position. It's going to come over 1, 2, 3, 4. It should say sales rep as soon as I hit enter. This should change to sales rep. Now I'm going to hit enter, and it says sales rep. So it looks like my formula is working. Now, likewise, I could change the criteria here to name. That's one of the great things about referencing things. Now, if I change the name, it gives me Armstrong. So employee ID 9355 is indeed Armstrong. I like it. So that works. So now spelling matters. So I hit something wrong. Look, it doesn't work. So because I spelled it wrong. All right. So it's title. Wherever this matches down here, wherever this matches right here, and where they intersect, that's the answer. Okay, so we have our column index here. Let's open up our function argument dialog box, and let's fix this information. Where it says B3, it's not going to reference B3 because that would give me wrong in my IT lab. I want to reference the row number. To do that, I'm going to go up here to the name box and click match. Opens up the function argument dialog for match. Now I'm working on row number, so what row number do I want? Well, first of all, I have to figure out, what am I looking up? Same thing we just did. We're looking up whatever's in B1. Where are we going to find it? Well, we're going to find it where the numbers are located. That's the employee ID numbers. I'm not copying it anywhere, so I don't need to make anything absolute. Now I want an exact. So I knew that's a 0, and it shows me 2. It matches the 2 I have here in B3. Looks like it's perfect. Okay, now instead of clicking OK, don't click OK. Click on the word index in your formula. Why? It takes you back to the index function. Otherwise, it enters it and gives you a wrong answer, and that's not what we want. So now we're going to say, what column number do we want? So I click in column, come back over to the name box, click on match. I get a function argument dialog box for match. So I want to match the word title somewhere in the array where title is found, and it's only going to be found across here. Now watch something that's really interesting. It says it's in the 9th position. It's not in the 9th position. We know it's in the 4th position, but it gives me a 9 because it's alphabetizing. We didn't sort the data, we didn't clean our data, and so we need to make sure we look for an exact match. As soon as I put 0, it changes to a 4. That's what I want. Now I can click OK, and it says sales rep. Now if I come up here and change this to name, we should have, what do we have? Armstrong, and it's Armstrong. So there again, all we're doing is referencing what column it is and what index, and that's all this index does, is it just picks those two coordinates, a column coordinate and a row coordinate, and where they meet, it gives you the answer. So I'm going to hit enter here, go back to sales rep. I'm going to delete this information because I don't need it. See, my formula still stays. So here's my formula. It says index. I pick the table, I'm not picking the header, and then I want to match whatever's in this box with where those are across here. So where's that word? It doesn't make sense to add more because the word's not there. Just what position across the columns is that word? Again, the second match. What position down the column will give me the row position for a match? I'm just matching this number to this number, 1, 2, second position. Okay, that's all it is, guys. We're just using two coordinates in a table to pinpoint two criterias, the employee ID and whatever their title or salary or bonus or whatever words across here will be found here. And then we get the answer. Hopefully that helps. Chat with you guys later.